The debate over masks and the coronavirus is entering a new phase. Multiple states have recently dropped their mask mandates against the advice of the CDC. Our lead national correspondent is in New Orleans, and he recently visited his hometown of Lafayette, Louisiana. That's David Begnaud. And David, this is a policy issue, but it's also playing out actually between neighbors, isn't it?
It is, Anthony. Look, Lafayette's got great food, great people, and there is still a great debate over masks. Louisiana has a mask mandate. The governor imposed it, and one of the things it doesn't allow is for large crowds of people in bars. But take a look at what we saw in downtown Lafayette over the weekend. Young people, maskless, crowding in bars, some even lining up to get in the back door. Look, we are a year into the pandemic, and the city council in Lafayette just met in emergency session last week to talk about a mask mandate, and it failed.
Welcome to the heart of Cajun country. When it comes to wearing a mask, public safety has run into politics in this reliably Republican part of the country.
We're not exhibiting the behavior that the medical experts are begging us to do. This particular community has prided itself on being so loving, but in these dire times, I'm not seeing it at all. It really breaks my heart, David.
That is Peter Garisco. His 73-year-old father, David, died last month due to COVID-19 complications. Gail George is David's widow.
I think perhaps he got it from me because I was diagnosed 3 days before he was.
David's death made local news after what happened to the family at the funeral home. The headline read, "Family says they were mocked. Police called after requesting mask usage at funeral home."
You think I'm going to let my family risk their lives because you're a little lax on your policy?
There were people up and down the hallway without masks on, and we just simply said, listen, just please wear a mask. And no one would.
Garisco says the funeral home did have signs telling people that masks were required, but they didn't enforce it.
I found out that there was no local enforcement of the state mask mandate.
What happened at the funeral home led to community outrage and a public memorial honoring Garisco and the more than 200 people who have died due to COVID in Lafayette. And last week, it also led to an emergency meeting of the city council to consider a local mask mandate.
Masks have become political here.
Local doctor Brittany Hebert, a Yale-educated physician who spent more than 3 weeks volunteering on the front lines in New York City, told her city council
that a local mask ordinance will save lives, and if you are strong enough to vote for it, you will save lives.
But even before the vote, the city's mayor indicated he would not enforce a statewide mandate. The council then voted, and the ordinance failed. Right down party lines. 2 Democrats voted yes, 3 Republicans all said the mask mandate was pointless, in part because it wouldn't be enforced. And one of them even raised doubts about the effectiveness of masks in an email exchange with none other than the Garisco family, who called the rejection of the mandate a complete farce.
It's all pathetic and laughable. I don't feel safe.
You don't feel safe in your own town?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here in the state of Louisiana, there have been 3,700 mask complaints. People saying folks are not wearing masks. Do you know how many actions the state fire marshal's office has taken because of that? 0. Let me say that again. 0 enforcement taken. We were told they'd rather educate than punish. Gail, let's make it clear. Masks work. Every infectious disease doctor will tell you that. Masks work. Period.
I don't know how many times you have to say that, David, but apparently you need to keep saying it. We all need to keep saying it. People need to hear it. Thank you very much.